Glock just lost the crown, and almost nobody's calling it out. Right now, American gun owners are ditching striker-fired pistols faster than politicians bail on campaign promises. For more than 30 years, the Austrian polymer pistol owned the holster game. But today, revolvers are stealing the spotlight, and the sales charts don't lie. When your everyday carry pistol needs a legal disclaimer, and that so-called perfection gets stapled with recall notices, you start wondering what we've been sold all this time. Meanwhile, the wheel gun market is on fire. We're talking revolvers that reload nearly as fast as semi-autos, hitting harder than a freight train, and shattering every old stereotype about cowboy guns. And the number one seller in this lineup will catch you completely off guard. So stick with me, because this countdown gets wild. Number 7. Diamondback Sidekick, 3-inch. Nobody expected Diamondback to pull this off. Their first revolver wasn't just passable, it was solid. And the new 3-inch Sidekick takes the original 2-inch model and pushes it into real fighting territory. That extra inch of barrel isn't just for looks, it boosts velocity. It stretches your sight radius. And it makes hits easier when it counts. Diamondback went the extra mile on durability. Both the crane and frame are salt bath hardened, which makes the steel tougher than most guns in its price class. Front and rear fiber optic sights pop bright green against dark backgrounds, and the Hogue rubber grips lock the revolver firmly in your hand. Weight comes in just under 24 ounces, balanced, controllable, and quick on the draw. Pros: bright fiber optics front and rear, future extended ejector rod on the way, salt bath hardened steel for serious toughness. Cons: current ejector rod is still on the short side. Dealer network is thin, and Diamondbacks still proving themselves as a revolver maker. Street price, around $830. Number 6. Smith & Wesson mountain gun collectors know the name. The Smith & Wesson mountain gun has always been special, partly because the company rarely builds them. Back in 1989, it earned a following as a lighter, better balanced end frame for backcountry carry. Now, thanks to Lipsy's, that classic design is back, and this time without the dreaded internal lock. The stainless frame shines with a bright polish. The 4-inch barrel wears only a half-length underlug, shaving 5 ounces off the weight and improving balance. Capacity? 7 rounds of .357 Magnum. That's one more than traditional 6-shooters. And Smith chamfers the chambers so speed loaders slide in smooth and fast. To top it off, Tyler Gunworks walnut stocks give the revolver a warm, vintage look that fits the role perfectly. Weight lands at 35 ounces, light enough to ride on a chest holster all day, heavy enough to tame Magnum recoil. Pros: 7-round advantage. Slimmed down barrel makes it balance right. Walnut grips with classic character. Cons: price is steeper than standard runs. Production is limited and ends quick, and still heavier than today's ultralight carry revolvers. Street price, roughly $1,200. Number 5. Taurus, 608. Competition. Not long ago, an 8-shot revolver was something you only saw out of a custom shop, the kind of build that cost more than most people's cars. Taurus changed that game. The 608 competition model takes what used to be exclusive and puts it in the hands of everyday shooters. Up front, you've got a 6-inch barrel that stretches out your sight radius and steadies the gun on target. Each chamber in the cylinder is cut with a smooth taper, guiding cartridges straight in without a fight. And the factory trigger shoe adjusts without tools, letting you fine-tune pull weight right from the box. The muzzle crown is cut on a single-point lathe with an 11-degree angle. That's a precision cut you'd usually expect only from high-dollar custom revolvers. On top of that, the cylinders come pre-cut for moon clips, which means, with practice, reloads drop under 2 seconds. VZG-10 grips finish the package, locking the revolver into your hand like it was molded there. Pros: 8 shots beat 6 every time. Moon clip-ready cylinders. Single-point lathe crown for custom-level precision. Cons: too heavy for everyday carry, primarily suited for competition. Moon clips are essential if you want true speed. Street price, around $1,150. Number 4. Henry Golden Boy Revolver. Henry already made brass receivers iconic with their lever guns. Now they've taken that same old-school American style and dropped it into a revolver. The Golden Boy revolver isn't just another firearm. It's the kind of piece that feels like an heirloom, while still shooting tighter groups than most purpose-built target pistols. Visually, it's striking. A brass backstrap and trigger guard that gleam in sunlight. American walnut grips that set off the gold tone with rich contrast. It catches light like jewelry, but it's built to perform. Underneath all that shine is a thoroughly modern action. 10 rounds of 22 L/R feed from a carefully machined cylinder. The cylinder releases with a hidden button tucked inside the trigger guard, and the entire crane assembly slides free for cleaning, no screws to drop on the bench. Target shooters will appreciate Henry's attention to detail. Cylinder throats are cut tighter than mass-market rimfires, so with match ammo, this revolver prints groups that stay impressively small. Pros: classic brass construction with standout looks. 10-round rimfire capacity. Tighter tolerances that sharpen accuracy. Cons: limited to .22 caliber. Brass shows fingerprints fast. Priced above standard rimfire revolvers. Street price: around $930. Number 3. Korth NXS. When German engineers put their minds to a revolver, you get something like the Korth NXS. Once you handle one, every other wheel gun suddenly feels like a compromise. This is German craftsmanship at the same obsessive level they bring to luxury cars. The proprietary frame sits right between a Smith & Wesson L frame and N frame. That makes it strong enough to handle heavy loads, but slim enough to still carry if you choose. Every single surface feels hand-finished. Every chamber is individually numbered, and barrel options run from 3 inches all the way to 6.5. Standard nil grips shape recoil straight into the web of your hand, giving the revolver a controlled, balanced feel no matter the load. Pros: precision German engineering, proof-tested to levels beyond normal industry standards, balance and timing that border on flawless. Cons: price is in the stratosphere. Dealer access is limited. Orders can mean long waits. Street price: around $3,700. Number 2. Colt Python, 2020. When Colt announced the Python was coming back, most of us had the same question. Would it live up to the legend, or would it fall into the same trap that sank quality in the 1980s? The answer is clear. This new Python is exactly what the original always should have been. You get modern machining, tighter tolerances, and metallurgy that flat out surpasses the old runs. The frame is built from stainless steel, offered in either a polished finish that gleams or a matte version that eats up glare. Both options stand up to corrosion better than the blued classics ever did. The real star here is the trigger. From the factory, single action breaks at 4.5 pounds with 0 creep. Double action rolls through at about 10 pounds, smooth from start to finish. The sights are tuned for precision, fully adjustable at the rear, and a red ramp blade up front that catches daylight faster than a black post. Pros: legendary Python name. Factory trigger tuned to perfection. Modern machining makes it stronger than ever. Cons: expensive for a production revolver. Hard to find in stores. Too heavy for daily concealment. Street price: about $1,500. Number 1. Ruger GP 100 Match Champion. This one might surprise a lot of people. The revolver outselling Glocks right now isn't some German import or $5,000 custom. It's a Ruger. The GP 100 Match Champion takes Ruger's already bomb-proof design and elevates it into a competition-grade revolver right out of the box. The barrel is 4.2 inches, slab-sided instead of round. That gives you a longer sight radius without adding bulk, and the flat profile doubles as a natural platform if you want to mount optics. Ruger didn't stop at the barrel. They locked in Hogue stippled hardwood grips that anchor the gun in your palm, and their triple locking cylinder system ensures absolute timing every single shot. From the factory, the trigger is tuned. Single action breaks crisp at 4 pounds. Double action flows at 10, smooth as glass. Pros: outselling polymer pistols in several markets. Ready for competition, right out of the box. Unique, slab-sided barrel design that actually works. Cons: too heavy for concealed carry. Fewer holster options than common models. Priced higher than Ruger's entry-level revolvers. Street price: around $850. And there it is, 7 revolvers that are running circles around Glock sales in 2025. The Ruger GP100 match champion sitting at number 1 shows exactly where shooters' heads are at. Steel frames, factory-tuned triggers, guns built to last. The polymer craze had its run. But the wheel gun world is back in the spotlight. Which one's calling your name? Let me know in the comments. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown.